Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope you all are fine. I'm your SST teacher, and today we are going to start our third chapter, How People Change the Environment, of Unit 1, Our Land and Its People. We will start our lesson by reading from here. People change our environment. Wherever you look, you may find people. How do these people change their environment? People have always changed their environment. It did not matter centuries ago when there were fewer people and lots of space. Whatever they did, it didn't make any difference to the environment. These days, there is almost no place that people have not changed. In this paragraph, we studied that we people, we are responsible for changing our environment, and they are also telling us that before centuries ago, when there were only few peoples and they had lots of space, so they didn't do anything with their environment. But nowadays, as we have no place and we are having a lot of population, so we people are the only responsible to change our environment. Now we will discuss deforestation. Why do people cut trees excessively? They do it mostly to get land for development. They build roads, houses, whole towns on that land. Trees are cut down to get land for farming. They are also cut to get wood to sell and to burn as fuel. Trees are also cut for wood. Sometimes a lighted cigarette thrown away carelessly or a campfire not put out carefully can start forest fires that burn down whole forests. Forests take hundreds of years to recover fully, and sometimes they never do. The roots of the trees keep the soil together. If they are cut, the soil is either washed away by rain or blown away by the wind. The eroded soil means the destroyed soil does not support farming. In this paragraph, we studied about that why people are cutting trees, what are the uses for which they are cutting trees. They are using for making homes, houses, towns. They use trees to burn as fuels. They also sell woods. They also cut down the trees for farming. And we also discuss about that how a forest is burned when someone throw a cigarette carelessly or a campfire which is not put out carefully. It can cause a forest burn. Then we also studied about that what happened when they cut the trees. The roots of the trees keep the soil together, and when they cut the tree, the soil either is washed away by rain or blown away by the wind, and then that soil is completely destroyed, and then that is not suitable for farming. The roots of trees also soak up, means absorb, the rainwater. Absence or cutting down of trees may cause the excess rainwater to cause flood. It means that deforestation also causes flood. Trees are habitats of many birds and animals. If trees disappear, these living things will become extinct. Extinct means vanish. Trees absorb carbon dioxide and give out oxygen, which keeps the air clean and breathable for us. You can see that all these are the uses of trees. Many kinds of medicines are made from different parts of trees. If these trees are cut, then those medicines will not be available. What should we do to avoid deforestation? We should plant trees. Don't throw away lighted cigarettes. Put out all fires completely. We should take care about these 3 points to avoid deforestation. On the next page, page number 13, we have the topic construction of dams. Dams are constructed across rivers or streams to retain water. They are barriers across flowing water to create a reservoir or lake. Dams, reservoir means reserve, to reserve water. Dams supply water for drinking, for farming, for factories, and to produce electricity. Dams are built to prevent flooding. Because land is needed to create these artificial lakes, the neighboring land around the dam is flooded. Now this is one of the disadvantages of dams, that the land near the dam is flooded. The neighboring land may be a town, a village, or farmland. The land around Trevela Dam and Rawal Dam was used for this purpose. Now here is the next topic on page number 14 of the same chapter. Nature changes our environment. Waterlogging. You can see this is a waterlogged area. You can see the excess water which is on the above surface of the land. When it rains, some water sinks under the soil. When it means that soil absorbs the water. Water keeps on collecting after every rainfall until it reaches the surface. And when there is a lot of rainfall, the soil keeps absorbing. But at the end, the water comes up on the surface like this, and you can see in this picture. This is called waterlogging. This is waterlogging. When we have excess of water and the water comes up on the surface. We dig canals to bring water from the rivers to the fields. These canals are not plastered, so the water seeps. Seeps means to flow into the ground around the canals, and the soil is saturated, means wet with water. This is also waterlogging. In waterlogged areas, you cannot grow anything because plants root and die in waterlogged soil. It means that the sides of the canals must be plastered, because when they are not plastered, their sides observe the soil of that sides observes excess water, and it causes the waterlogging, and because of that also the surrounding areas of that canals are not suitable for growing plants and crops. Then we have the last topic of this chapter, that is salinity. When the water dries up in some areas, it leaves behind a whitish powder which covers large areas of land. You can see this saline land. This powder is salt, and this condition is called salinity. You cannot grow anything here as salt destroys the roots of plants. So what should we do to avoid this waterlogging? We must plaster the canals that we dig for watering our fields. Drainage pumps can be used to drain the waterlogged land. Means when we have such types of conditions, we should use drainage pumps to remove this excessive water. Now at the end of the lesson, let me revise all the main points of the lesson which we studied in that. The first we studied about deforestation, which is cutting down of forest. Disadvantages of deforestation: because of the cutted trees, eroded soil means destroyed soil does not support farming. Cutting of trees cause the excess rainwater to cause flood. If trees disappear, wild animals will become extinct, means vanish. If forest will disappear, there will be no tree available for making specific medicines. Then we discussed about dams. Dams are built to prevent flooding. The neighboring land around the dams are flooded. This is a disadvantage of dam. Waterlogging: the situation in which the underground water comes on the surface of the land. A waterlogged area is not suitable for growing crops or plants. These are specific points which we studied in this lesson. And the last was salinity. When the water dries up and leaves behind a salty whitish powder on a land, this condition is called salinity. This was the end of our today's lesson. Inshallah, we will meet soon in our next lesson, and we will do some written work in our notebook, and also we will do the workbook pages. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.